at halftime, we just talked about if we just go out there and just execute our base things, stay on the same page, and try to get positive plays run, we felt like we could get back in the game. And defense did some good things to help us get back into it. And then, some of our playmakers just made some amazing plays. Cole Turner. I still don't know how Romeo Dubs caught that last pass, the long bomb. And then they just responded in overtime. Really disappointed for our seniors. We have so many really quality seniors that have been through so much here at Nevada and done so much for this program. I was real disappointed that we couldn't win this game for them. But we've got a quality group of guys, and we've basically lost 3 games by 1 play in each game, and that's tough. That's tough to swallow. All we can do now is try to get ourselves back together and get ready for this last game, and that's what we got to do.
What's just the mood like?
Well, the kids are really, really disappointed. Last 2 weeks have been tough. Basically came down to a 2-minute drill last week, and then losing double overtime on a 2-point conversion. It's just it's hard to swallow. It really is, and do so many special things in the process, but it's still just not good enough. So, we gotta look at it, and we gotta be better. They ran for 471 yards rushing. They completed 1 pass, and so somehow along the way we got to be better. And we played basically a half of football on offense. The first half we didn't play very good at all. So everybody's responsible, and I'm responsible, we got to be better. That's the bottom line.
Were you disappointed with the pass protection tonight?
Yeah, they got some pressure on us, and and Carson's got to step up sometimes. And they did a good job. They're a good defense. They're second best defense in our league. They do that to a lot of people. I thought we did a lot better job in the second half. We were able to finish some drives. Carson got the ball out quick, got our playmakers involved. So, we did give up some sacks, and we got to be a little bit better there.
When you guys were down by the 2 touchdowns there, it seemed like the defense, there was a spark there on the down stop. Just how big was that to set you guys up for that?
It was huge, and the 2 turnovers were huge, and we knew we had to get some. We knew we had to get a turnover or 2 and a couple stops in a game like this, and we were able to do that, and it really helped us get back in the game. And then our offense did respond, which was huge, and we needed to score in some chunks, and we hit Romeo on the big play, and that really gave us a shot in the arm. And then Carson drove down and hitting Cole, which we've seen that play so many times. Those 2 guys execute on that, and then Carson made a big play in overtime, hitting Romeo, and seeing that play 1,000 times too. And so, just disappointed. When we got the 2-point play, that we couldn't find a way to put them away, and it's been the case the last couple weeks. And so we just gotta find a way to be better. And next week we get another opportunity.
Coach, I know we can't go back in time, but that end of that first half was goofy. They get back on the field and they get 3 points.
Yeah. I don't know. I stopped a long time ago trying to figure out some of the things that happened in our games. I asked for explanations. And I get some on Tuesdays, and I don't know. It's just frustrating, and how things are handled sometimes. And, you'd like to see it be better, but I don't really have an answer for you on that one.
You've been around this for so long that all 130 teams have to adjust.
Yeah.
You have to adjust quickly when you're a football coach. So what comes now? What's next for you?
Well, I mean, we got one more ball game. I'm not sure if I understand your question.
You have to adjust quickly.
Yeah.
The emotions go way up and they come way down.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. When you lose tough games, you gotta get it out of your system. And I'm not quite sure we had last week totally out of our system this first half. I really don't know what we did. And we did everything we could to shake our guys free of that. There's senior night. There's a lot of things going on. We just didn't start well in the first half, and we got ourselves going in the second half. Defense made some plays, offense made some big plays, and we really fought back, and I was really proud of that. But yeah, you see it every week. It's very difficult to play at a peak level every week, and you're dealing with 18 to 22-year-olds, and there's a lot of emotions and a lot of distractions in their lives at this point, and so to get that consistency of focus and effort is difficult, and we all as coaches strive for that all the time, and we're capable of playing at a high level. We've been committed to doing that for 12 games, and we gotta find a way to do it next week. It'll be a difficult challenge on the road playing in Colorado, but we really need to finish on a positive note.
I know you traded for a win, but to me, that 61-yarder from Carson to Romeo right down the sideline, to me, the last 4 years, that's just a Mackey thing. I mean, it's just beautiful. It's
an incredible play. I still don't know how he caught the football. I mean, he came out, and as a coach, you're just not very smart if you don't throw the ball deep to Romeo several times during the game. But for him to track that ball down, I thought he lost it in the lights. And then I just don't know how he got in position to catch it. That's just Romeo. He's just an amazing player. And, he does things like that all the time in practice. And, we believe in throwing the ball deep. That's one thing we believe in, and we work on it. We practice it, and we try to make sure it gets done every game. And I was just determined to get that play called. I did not want to go home tonight knowing that I didn't call that play and give him a chance to make a play, and I'm really glad that I did.
You've mentioned to us all season that some teams have dropped 8 back. They've just gone umbrella. You're not going to be as deep, that sort of thing. In the first half, did Air Force do that from what you saw?
They actually, they played quite a bit of man, and they did in the first half, and we didn't really respond as well. We had a miscommunication. We threw a screen and go like on the 4th play of the game. It was wide open, and we just didn't communicate it very well, and Carson got sacked, and Melquan was wide open, and we were just a little bit off like that in the first half, but this team, they're surprisingly very aggressive. They'll play cover 4 and cover 1. They played some umbrella coverage, but not exclusively. They mixed it in. And I thought I know we didn't rush for a lot of yards, but I thought we had some solid runs tonight. I was just disappointed we couldn't finish.
Real quick, you did bring up the run game. I thought Toa earned every one of those yards.
Yeah.
He ran hard.
He did run hard, and we had some good runs in this game, and we kind of got behind, and we had to press the envelope a little bit, but that was encouraging, and I thought Carson, what can you say about him? He didn't play great in the first half. He was disappointed about a lot of things, but boy, he's a tough guy now. He's tough, and he continues to fight. He made some amazing plays in the second half. He gave us a chance to win.
I remember meeting him when he was 18. I wouldn't have guessed he was that tough.
Yeah. I don't know that people really knew that about him until this year. And I don't know that he's been in that situation. We're all we're all victims of circumstances, of things that happen to us, and you know, Carson having to overcome that adversity, I think he showed a lot of people what he's capable of doing, and you know, he's basically played this entire season not being 100%, and I think that says a lot about his character as well.
At the end of the game, I saw you guys went over to Air Force while they were saluting, and then they came over to you guys. Just what does that say about the game? I mean, it's just more than just football.
Yeah, it's a tradition for the other team to honor the Air Force Academy, their song at the end of the game, and you know, it is more than a game. I mean, you got to realize these guys are servicemen, and they're going to go fight for all of us, and you really have to respect that. We do, and I have so much respect for Troy Calhoun and his team. You know, and I thought it was really classy. They stopped for our fight song at the end, and it's just a mutual respect we have for them. And it was a hard-fought game. It's hard. It's really hard to go stand for somebody else's fight song after losing in double overtime. But you know, to know what these guys will do for our country, it wasn't difficult.
Well, it really was kind of a thing of halves, first half, second half. Was there a halftime adjustment you could point to? Was it a couple bounces going your way? What went better for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just came together as an offense, you know, and we talked about, you know, how we just need to play together and, you know, stop blaming each other and, you know, just come together and decide, you know, like, let's score the football. Like, we knew we were always good enough. It wasn't a matter of, you know, the scheme or anything. It was just us coming together and playing well. So we made a couple of plays, and, you know, that kind of gets your confidence going. So once you do that, you know, the dominoes start falling from there.
Do you think that fourth down stop there just really helped spark you guys and just spark some life into you guys towards the end of the game then?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anytime the defense can make a big play, it kind of gives the whole team some juice, or, you know, the offense makes a big play. Same way, you know, Coach Norvell always talks about working as a team, so I think turning defense into offense, so that definitely made, you know, caused a big spark for us.
Cole, I know you traded for a win, but truly you and Carson and Romeo do seem to have a pretty special bond. So we're wondering if you showed it off for the last time at Mackey, and if you could talk about that a little bit.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's the last time we're all playing together, or, you know, we haven't really talked about what we're doing next. You know, we've been too focused on the season, but yeah, I mean, those guys are my brothers. You know, I wouldn't trade them for anything. You know, our journey has been, you know, I mean, you guys only see a small part of everything we've gone through together. So I mean, I wouldn't trade them too for the world. You know, Carson's such a tough guy. You know, he's made my career tremendous. You know, just like off the field, his belief in me. You know, just telling me even when I wasn't playing, you know, like, you're gonna be a guy. You know, all that kind of stuff goes a long way. And Romeo he's always been there. You know, like Romeo, he doesn't even drive. So the amount of rides we've had together, and, you know, all that kind of stuff, like, you can't put a price on that.
Your personal journey's been interesting too. I remember when you caught the touchdown against UNLV a long time ago, and people were like, "It's only his second catch of the year. What's going on here?" You know, and position shift and stuff like that. Can you talk a little bit about the journey you've had?
Yeah, I mean, just like you said, it's been an interesting one for sure. And I think that's kind of the way the whole team has been. Everyone has their own, you know, Deion switched 3 positions, you know, you got transfers coming in and playing, you know, it's a crazy team for sure. But I mean, yeah, for me personally, it's just, it was more mental than anything. You know, once I got over that mental block, then, you know, I decided that I wanted to be what I was capable of. I think I started to, you know, do what everyone envisioned me doing when I came to university. So, you know, that's the thing that I'm definitely most proud of, is the journey that I wouldn't trade it for anything.
The comeback to be able to go to overtime, I mean, did that just, you know, it just seemed like that's what Nevada grit is out there. You guys all rallying together. I mean, the sidelines hyped up. I mean, just what was kind of going through your guys' minds out there, you know, knowing, hey, we can come back and to force the overtime?
Yeah, I think it's just like you said, it's kind of the Nevada grit in a way. You know, we want to always, you know, we're going to play until the last whistle, until the last play. You know, I think when you look at all of the last couple losses we've had, it's come down to 1 play, 1 or 2 plays, which, you know, it sucks to go down that way, but I mean, that's kind of the way the dominoes fall sometimes. So, you know, we're going to make the most out of the situation and rally back for the next 2 games.
speaking of that, football teams have to really adjust on the fly. I mean, all 130 of them have to adjust as things go on. What's left for you now? I mean, is it go out and beat the hell out of Colorado State? Is that basically it, and win the bowl game? I mean, how do you adjust real quick?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the plan changes at all. Every time we get out on the field, we want to win. So I'm going to go out there. I signed up to play every single game this season. I already sat out one game, so I'm not going to miss another game. And I'm sure if you ask anyone on the team, they're going to say the same thing. We still want to win. We still have a couple games left, luckily, so we can still finish on a high note. So it's not like the season's over or anything. For me personally, I don't want my legacy to end like that. So I'm going to do everything in my power to win the next 2 games too.
You mentioned missing a game. Just real quick, how are you feeling? Or would you call yourself 100% or 90 or
100% for sure. I feel great. I felt personally like I could play last week, but at the end of the day, the decision wasn't up to me. It was the doctor said it was too soon. So it is what it is. I was excited to get back out here and play again. So it sucks missing a game, and even though it wasn't my decision, I still feel like a lot of the loss falls on me. There was nothing I could do about it.
It's extremely tough. We work on trying to finish through those tough games. Every time we lost this year, it's been to either one drive, one play. It's always just a little short amount of yards. So just us losing this game is very hard on us, especially for the seniors, just because it was their last game in Mackey. So this was a punch to the gut for this LRAD we took this today.
Seemed like a game of halves. You guys maybe got a bit of a slow start, but definitely dominated the second half. Was there anything particular you could point to, or could you tell us what happened?
Was the second
between
half?
The first half and the second half, the difference.
So first half, we came out kind of sluggish, but as we went in, we came together as a team. We said one play at a time. That's what we focused on. We focused on our fundamentals. Just doing our job, and we started connecting. We was rolling. So just those little adjustments, just the mindset, the talk that we had, it really put a drive on our team in the second half to go out there and perform.
Do you think there was any thought of last week's game still on your guys' mind a little bit tonight?
Not really. It was a hard loss last week, and of course we probably carried that on through practice a little bit, but it's a new day, new game. So what happened last week is last week. We dropped that, and we just focus on what's here today.
Coach talked about a mutual respect. You want to win the game, but Air Force, those guys are going to be servicemen and stuff like that. Is that something? How does that work as a player? You want to beat the guy, right? But you also have to respect.
Yeah, we have the most up respect for them going out there fighting for our country. We do admire what they do for us in the U.S. And at the end of the day, it's a competitive game. No matter who lines up across from us, we're going to give it 100% effort. So our intention was to beat them. We truly do love them and what they do for us. But just our mindset and the mentality that we have, we want to go out there and win.
How important will it be just to shake this one and then to be able to go out and get 2 more wins for your seniors this year?
It's probably going to be a little hard just because we lost this last game in Mackey. But as I said before, it's going to be a new week. Whatever happened today, we got to drop that, dial in for the team that we play next, and we just got to perform.